Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Fronti.
Good morning this Saturday to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. And today it's going to be Don and Gino Unplugged because Don's not here. And he's the one that kind of keeps me in line, keeps me in check, and makes sure that I do things in an orderly manner. And since he's not here today, I'm going to go a little rogue, which is what I'm kind of known for. So I appreciate you joining us every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And today we're going to give you a bunch of information, maybe in a little bit of a different light, right? Not as structured, but definitely a little more unplugged, a little more unfiltered. And today joining us, we have one of our favorite agents, a buyer's agent on the Bjorkman team, Mary Jane. And I'm going to try this.
You can do it.
I can't do it. I forgot.
SPANGENBERG.
There it is. And we're going to refrain from SPANGENBERG for the rest of the show. We're going to stick with Mary Jane. Is that okay with you, Mary Jane?
That's fabulous.
So Mary Jane's joining us from HomeSmart Realty, and HomeSmart is one of the fastest growing companies, not only in the country, but also in the Santa Clarita area. So I know you recently made a move there probably about a year ago?
Yeah, a little less than a year, maybe 6-7 months.
Yeah, and you've seen that's an exciting office, isn't it?
Yes, I love the energy in the office. I think the biggest thing is you really feel like you're a part of a tribe, a part of a team. You have a lot of support, the energy, and everyone is very positive, so it's great. Okay,
so I'm going to take from you right there because a tribe, that's something that we talk about here at Skyline Home Loans, here in our office, Skyline Santa Clarita, as we talk about our tribe. And, you know, the thing about a tribe is that everybody has different roles in the tribe. And everybody, although we're all a family and we all have our different roles, we all still come together for a common goal. And I know that Mike and the rest of the team there, what a great training platform. I enjoy every Thursday when we go to training there, listening to Mike and listening to him mentor all of us, including myself, at the same time as his agents. And he's got so much, you could tell he's gone through so much coaching. And he's just telling you all his secrets, everything he's done to be a successful agent.
Well, and I think for an agent, I've been in the industry since 2000, but the draw for me that really drew me to HomeSmart was the training, because it doesn't matter where you are in your career, whether you're a new agent or a seasoned agent, every week you're learning, you're refreshing, and you're getting the best of the best. And what's good about Mike and HomeSmart in general is they focus on us as a whole. Like who we are as a whole, are we being the best person that we can be? Are we being the best parent we can be? Are we nurturing our relationships, our personal life, our physical life, our health? So really that makes us better agents, but it shows you where the intention of the company is. I mean, they care about who we are, and are we showing up to be our best every day at all times, not just, hey, what are your numbers today? So I think that, to me, yeah, that was huge.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, and like I said, I include myself in your group because I've had the pleasure of sitting in on these training sessions now, and I've gone through a lot of coaching myself. We go to Todd Duncan, and we go to Daniel Harkavy, and we've gone to a million mortgage industry trainers and non-mortgage industry trainers and coaches and Tony Robbins and all these other things. And yet when I listen to Mike, I still learn something every time I'm there. Yep. And because he's also addicted to training and coaching, and so it shows and it passes through to all of us.
Yes, it does. And you feel like you don't have to do a lot of research, because he'll tell you exactly. If you go, hey, Mike, I really need help with this. Maybe it's scripts or whatever you're struggling with at the moment. He'll know exactly where to go. And he reminds us that every week. He'll bring up new topics, and he's very real. So.
Yeah, and you're on his personal team, right?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that. That's got to be dynamic, right? You're in one of the largest producing teams in Santa Clarita for many, many years. He's been doing it, I think, since he was 19 years old.
Yes.
And he is, let me use a word I think is fair to describe him, tenacious.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, and I think that's good. It's really good. It's and a lot of people in this marketplace maybe judge him for that. They think that he's too hard on people, but he's not being hard on us. I mean, when he says, hey, no, you need to call someone back 2 or 3 times the first day because they may not be available, but they wanted to reach out to you for a reason, make a fair attempt to reach them. Don't just call them back once and leave a message.
Right.
You know, and I don't see that tenacity as being something to be frowned upon. It's something that I learned from him that I'm going, maybe I am a little too soft.
Yeah, Mike and Tammy work well as a team because they definitely drive us and push us hard. Of course, as a business owner, he has expectations. As a team owner, he has expectations and what's possible. But we each kind of have our own niche and different things that we work on, so they take that into consideration as well. Kind of like, what's our highest and best use? What are you best at? What are you good at? So they're pushing us, but they're pushing us in a direction that we want to go, not in a direction that doesn't feel natural or isn't something we want to do.
I love that. So he's asking you what your goals are, and then he's helping you achieve those goals.
Absolutely.
That's what a good coach does.
Yes. And then he tells us what to do, and Tammy nurtures us and makes sure we do it. So it's a great balance.
No, they're a great team. So so tell me then, what are you specializing in? What are your goals like? What are you focused on, and what are you doing for your clients that makes you feel good about doing real estate?
Right now, my focus is buyers, so I'm a buyer's agent on his team. And that's unique, and it's also, I feel, a huge benefit for all of our clients, because when you meet someone, they know they're going to have either a buyer's agent or a listing agent, which means if you meet a buyer, they're going to get 100% of your attention. And if you meet a seller, you tell them, hey, we have an amazing listing team, and you're going to get 100% of their attention.
Time out. Not all real estate agents work that way.
No.
Right? Some are one size fits all.
Right. So if I'm trying to list your house, and I'm also trying to show property, and you need me to do marketing, how I'm going to be so dispersed and going in so many directions. Where on our team, we're very focused, and each one of us kind of has a different niche that we work on.
So I love that, because we have a similar situation here at Skyline. We're set up almost in the same way, and that's a team model, and that's an assembly line model. And we believe that someone is better serving their clients if they're focusing 100% of their actions on doing one facet of this business. Because if we, and I kind of, as you know, well, actually both of us share this in common. You used to be a loan officer,
yes,
and I used to be a real estate agent. So ironically enough, we've both done both. And the reason I became only a 100% a loan officer is when the market came crashing down, somebody gave me some really great advice, and I wish I knew who it was because I don't remember, but they said, what are you truly passionate about? Which one do you really love that you can't live without? And I said, lending. I said, then do that. And so that's how I made my decision. How did you make your decision to leave loans?
Well, for me, I majored in finance. So finance, loans just came easy for me. It's a very natural conversation to have with someone, and the numbers kind of are in, like, as you know, they're in my head. But if you ask me, Mary Jane, what are you passionate about? I found my passion through a process of helping people. And not a lot of people were working with first-time home buyers. I was doing loans in Orange County, where most people were focused on luxury property and investing wealth and leveraging your assets and all of that. So when I started working with first-time home buyers, it was kind of a niche that no one really wanted to be bothered with. And the education process of it, I found that was my passion. Seeing someone go, oh my gosh, I can buy a house. I can really buy a house. You're going to help me buy a house. That was it. That was my done.
Yeah, it is truly exciting when you can help a first-time home buyer. Not that it's not exciting when you help someone who's already owned a home. But I remember, the nerves of buying your first home, it's totally different. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know where you're going. And I'm going to, if you've already purchased your first home and you're considering buying a second home, I'm going to tell you right now, if you had a difficult experience your first time, the second time is so much easier.
Yes.
It's just so much easier. No matter what the circumstances are, it's just so much easier because you're not nervous. You feel like you've done this before. It feels like, oh, I remember how to ride a bike. Oh, yeah, I remember they were going to ask for that. Oh, I had to shop for insurance. That's right. I remember that. Versus the, what? I have to find my own insurance? Those kinds of things that you experience the first time that you don't know what you don't know. So I wanted to make sure that everybody knows that we're with Mary Jane of Home Smart Real Estate, and she's joining us and telling us, I guess we've discovered we're going to talk about first-time home buyers today.
We have discovered. This is our passion.
As we said, this is an unplugged Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance show, and we're going to kind of just go where it takes us today. So we're going to talk a little bit about first-time home buyers when we come back, what that looks like, and if you're renting right now, why it's one of the best times ever to buy a home. In fact, it's 37% cheaper to buy a home right now than it is to rent. So stop renting and tune into the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show every Saturday at 9 a.m.